What is up, everyone? It is Alan from AG Reviews. We're back at it again. It's been a while. It's been a 2 month hiatus for the Scene and Screen Pod. This is episode 6. I am joined here by Mr. 180 Ronell. How you doing today, Ronell?
What's going on?
Glad to have you back. Glad to be doing this
Man.
again.
Glad to be here, man.
Absolutely. All right, so obviously it's been 2 months, so there's a lot, that we have not publicly talked about. I know we've had our private conversations and, gotten into a lot, some of these topics, maybe not all of them. But obviously it has been quite a time for Marvel. Like, there's been a lot of news. Obviously Fantastic Four came out a couple of weeks ago. So I kind of wanted to start with Spider-Man Brand New Day and all the news that we've gotten about that movie. Obviously, before the last couple days where, we got the suit reveal and everything, it was confirmed that both John Bernthal and Mark Ruffalo are going to be in the film. So I, kind of just pick your brain. Like, what was your initial thoughts when you first heard that those two were going to be the specific MCU characters that were coming into the movie?
Well, first, I was like, I'm glad that they kept John Bernthal and because he bodies Punisher.
Yeah.
So him being in Spider-Man, I think with just hearing stuff like that, Marvel is just going all out.
Yeah.
And so you got a movie with Punisher, Spider-Man, and the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, now,
and we don't even know who the villain is. Like, we have no idea who the villain of the movie is going to be.
They said that it's going to be more like a more home style, which I'm cool with, because the Spider-Man universe, he doesn't really have to venture into anybody else's. Like, of course, he gets with Fantastic Four, X-Men, and all them, but just him being in New York, he's got a ton of villains. So
yeah.
I like this. I like this approach. I'm concerned about how they portray the Hulk. That's the thing I'm concerned about, because I'm a huge Hulk fan, and I just think they haven't done him any justice. I wish Universal would just give up the rights, let Marvel do what they want to do, and so other than that, I'm on board. I'm just worried about the Hulk.
Yeah, which I know that, obviously we've had our conversations privately. I know you have not been a fan of what they've done with the Hulk since, I mean, what, like Thor Ragnarok or Age of Ultron? I don't even know what how long it's been since what they've done with him.
Dude, when I first seen him on the first Avengers, like, sometimes I go back and watch that. And when I seen him on there and I was like, oh man, even though I'm not a big Mark Ruffalo fan, I'm not, like, I would have loved to have Ken Norton back on there, because I think he plays a great Bruce. But when I seen it, how they were going with it, I was like, all right, I can get behind this. Then the second one was like, all right, what they doing? You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. Then once it got to all the other stuff,
the Hulkbuster busted him up, and it was like,
yeah, it was just like, So
I mean, look, I understand that. Yeah, in Infinity War, it was like they had to, obviously establish Thanos, as a big bad villain and someone who is going to get everyone on the, on edge, that like this is a real threat. Having him piece up Hulk and effectively getting rid of Savage Hulk in that matchup, I was like, all right, I guess, whatever. But and then obviously Endgame, like, wasn't a fan of what they did with the character there. But
no, man.
There's obviously theories about who the villain's going to be in Brand New Day. I've heard Mr. Negative, and obviously if that's, I don't know how true that is, and if that's the case, and it ends up happening,
I heard that too.
There's obviously an avenue there. There's an avenue there to get back to like Savage Hulk and the Hulk that we want to see. So I mean, I definitely think that it can be exciting. It can definitely work. I'm definitely, and I know we've talked about this too when it comes to the John Bernthal side. I am very curious to see how they balance the tone between
Yeah,
him
yeah,
and Peter because,
yeah,
I mean, that's about as R-rated as you could possibly.
dude,
They, I mean, that dude's walking around just massacring people. Uh,
man.
like that. I don't know if you saw. Did you see Born Again?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I saw that, and yeah, watching that
Like,
was
dude, that
like,
finale
yeah,
was.
oh,
Oh,
dude, I can't wait till they come out with that second season, man. I'm like, dog,
yeah,
that's been the only whatever they're getting back to. I think we talked about it before. Not so much big on the shows, but like I think Daredevil established themselves. I know we're not gonna get too much into it, but I think Daredevil established itself like you really don't have to mess with that. You can keep that going.
yeah,
The way they established it.
yeah,
So and then watching that season finale with him. So now you're bringing that into the MC or into the movies. I'm like, yeah, I want to see how they gonna balance this. I'm with you.
yeah.
So
Well, plus two, we're getting that like special presentation, like Disney Plus special or whatever,
yeah,
for the Punisher before the movie even comes out, and I'm like,
yeah,
everything I've heard about that is going to be super R-rated, super bloody, like classic Punisher. So
yeah,
doing that and then just going straight into a PG-13 Spider-Man
yeah,
movie,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, whoa, that's going to be a little tricky, for the filmmakers to
Absolutely.
do it. But do you know who's directing this movie?
No.
So it's the same guy who did Shang-Chi. So
Okay.
for me, with like the hand-to-hand combat and the fight
Yeah.
scenes, I think that's gonna do some wonders and he's gonna do some good
Yeah.
things, and
'Cause
we'll see more.
Shang-Chi was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi
I
was
mean,
good. So
I liked Shang-Chi. I didn't love it, but
yeah,
like to me the fight scenes were great. That was like one of
right.
the standout things about the movie.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I agree
Yeah.
with you on that.
Yeah. And then obviously, we wanted to start off with the casting news, but they revealed the suits for both Punisher and Spider-Man. What
Classic
did
Punisher kind of like I like that.
yeah.
And then Spider-Man. So they're not going with the suit that he had on at the end of Far From Home.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, like looking at it and kind of doing side by side comparisons, the spider on the chest is much bigger.
Yeah.
The blue, like the blue in the under, is more toned down, which I actually prefer because I thought at the end of No Way Home it was like really bright blue. But that could have been the CGI too. It might not have actually been
Yeah.
the color that it was.
That was a
But
classic
even
suit though. That was like
it was,
a
yeah,
classic comic book, yeah. Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
spider on the back was, how I used to have that crazy that funny
The
looking
small,
spider on the back.
it was like circular with like the little,
Yeah, the little
legs,
legs.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. So
okay.
that obviously they're making their own modifications to it and
Yeah.
changing it up a little bit, but it seems like to me that the route that they're going is that essentially he
Mhm.
took inspiration from Toby and Andrew when
Okay.
they were in No Way Home. Because it's like a kind of a mix. You got like the raised
Yeah.
webs that Toby had, and then you kind of have like the belt line like Andrew and some of the
Yeah.
colors like Andrew, but then it has its own little flair to it, So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, when I saw those pictures, I was like, all right, man. Like, we're hopefully going down a storyline here that's more in line with like classic Spider-Man, right? Not, I like that trilogy, but he was we did the high school thing a little. We stuck around a little too long with that. In the kind of Iron Boy Jr. style
Yeah.
of film. And we got a
That
taste of what he was going to be in No Way Home, and I preferred that.
I didn't really I'm hoping they can really show how I really think they really honed in. Peter Parker's one of the smartest guys in the comic books.
Yeah,
He didn't need Tony to make his suits and all this, that, and the other. So I hope they get into the funny thing about him is he's a teenager fighting these villains. You know, that's
Yeah.
the crazy thing about so
Like grown
like
adults too. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
get me into that. He's a little older now, and
Did we lose Ron? No. I think we might have lost Ron now. All right, hold on 1 second. Technical difficulties here, people.
can you hear me?
Okay, you're back. All right, there we go.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Let me see. Hold on. You got me?
Hey, there we go.
There we go. Okay. I lost you at when you were talking about how he's a teenager fighting grown adults.
Yeah, man. So just give me the, he's intelligent. He figures out how to beat them. Um, he does everything on his own. I mean, I'm cool with Punisher and Hulk because he's always had people, come into his universe or his, So give me that instead of him relying on Tony. You know what I'm saying? Or relying on give me the Spider-Man and Amazing Friends type of vibe. That's what I
Yeah.
want. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I think too by doing characters like Punisher and Hulk, you're not
yeah,
getting like a Doctor Strange and Iron Man where it's more of like a mentor figure. Like
yeah,
they actually look like his peers, right? And
yeah,
act like his peers.
yeah,
With Punisher though, like honestly, like every scenario I run through my head about how I want them to interact, I kind of almost like don't want them to be friends at all. Like I want their philosophies to just constantly be like at conflict with one another. We've already gotten that obviously with
yeah,
Daredevil and Punisher, but this is just going to be a little bit different because Peter's like so much more lighthearted than even Matt
yeah.
Murdock is. So, I think that that's going to create for very interesting situations in that film and more like moral dilemmas in that film than what we've got
And
before.
and then could you imagine how? Because Punisher, he don't really. I know they kind of established the dynamic between him and Daredevil, but he doesn't really trust any of the superheroes.
Oh no, yeah,
And
yeah,
so I'm with you. How is he going to interact with Spider-Man? But then how is he going to
yeah.
interact with the Hulk?
Oh yeah,
Like how is it going to
dude.
be? Like what is that? Hold on 1 second.
Gonna look like, yeah,
Yeah, what is that gonna look like?
yeah,
Him turning and then them going back and forth and Spider-Man getting between both of them. And
yeah,
so yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think this they reeling me back in with this new phase because they
yeah.
was losing me, man. And
Oh
so
yeah, yeah,
yeah, so I'm really feeling this. So
yeah.
I'm
I
with
think
you.
too, like there have been some details that have come out because like my first thought was like, okay, so obviously at some point we're gonna get a fight, right, between
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man, Punisher, Hulk. There's gonna be some type of conflict, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, Punisher would get waxed. Like, what are we even talking about here? And
Well, I
then
mean, true,
I've heard some
true.
theories. And I swear to God, if I see John Bernthal walk up in a fucking Iron Man suit with a Punisher logo on it, I'm gonna be so upset. Like
They
that is
better
just
not
gonna,
do that. Don't.
dude. I will be. I've seen people post like the image from one of the comic lines where he does that, and I'm like, bro, I swear to God, I'll be so mad if they do that.
Yeah, man, I'll be pissed. Like,
Yeah,
nah.
like
What you do is you give him a bunch of guns.
yeah,
You give
shit. Give him a
him
tank. Like,
give
let
him a
him ride around in
tank.
the tank. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Give him all that stuff. I
yeah.
don't need nothing Iron Man crossing over into
No,
this. Like, I
yeah,
don't need that. So,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, and
man.
two, we talk about like intelligence with Banner and Peter, but
Yeah.
it's like, dude, when it comes to like combat, like
Oh
Punisher might be the
yeah.
smartest out there. Like when it comes to like strategically doing things and in combat and in fighting, even though he doesn't have powers, like
Yeah.
he was in the military. He was one of the best. Like that's his
Yeah.
power, is that he can
That's his
outsmart
power,
people
yeah.
in a combat situation.
He's
So,
always gotten out of sticky situations. I always say that he's the killing version of a Batman because
yeah,
you never
yeah,
really could get him. He's always getting away.
yeah,
And how he's so strategic. It's a wonder that he's never, been taken out by any of these superheroes. So I'm,
yeah,
I
yeah,
always call him the Marvel version of Batman. So I'm
yeah,
like I said, man, I'm getting behind this, man. I'm really, really liking this
yeah,
new phase, man.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm definitely there. I think they're seeming, at least in the last couple of years. I know we still got Captain America at the beginning of the year that kind of felt like it was still a part of those movies that
Yeah,
had issues, but it felt like this year has kind of been the tide turning, right? It feels like, okay, Marvel is getting good projects out there. They're putting
hmm
their time into the right things that we actually want, not pointless projects like we got for the previous 4 years.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I'm over the moon, and I actually, because I know this movie was originally supposed to come out in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. I'm very happy
hmm
this is coming out before Doomsday because I kind of want to
yeah,
get like
yeah.
a street level
Yeah.
type movie that's a little bit more grounded before we get in, to all the craziness of Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Wait, they did announce who's the villain.
Did
They
they?
said, yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, they said Scorpion is the villain.
I did hear that.
And
I
it's the
would
old
be
boy.
Michael Mando.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he's the main villain though. Like I think he'll
Okay, so
be
you think he'll be like okay, okay.
like a
Because
side villain. Yeah,
they're good at having like a villain in the beginning or
yeah.
so okay, I can see
Yeah.
that.
I think they're putting Scorpion in because so many people complained about that post-credit scene of Homecoming that has never been resolved. It's been like almost a decade.
Yeah,
So they're
man.
like, all right, we're going to just throw him in so that way we can kind of shut everybody up and get everyone happy about it again.
Yeah.
But,
And you
I
can
mean,
give me
like, I
classic
like Scorpion.
Scorpion.
And yeah, I like Scorpion. And I like classic Scorpion. But, like, is he a main villain, especially in a movie with Spider-Man, Punisher, and Hulk? Like, eh.
Well, not too many people are like kind of hip to Scorpion. Like true like comic
Yeah.
book fans would be, but like somebody that you
Yeah.
can introduce in that lineup, like nah, Mysterio was more of a like even with Mysterio, you could pull a Doc Ock, you could pull a Venom, you could pull a Mysterio, but like Scorpion, even though he had problems with him in the comic books, like Scorpion was a tough fight for him.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't know if that's like a main villain kind of, you
Type
know.
thing. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you would have did it, you to me you would have put him in like the three movies that he had, like put him
He
in
already
something.
did.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. Which is what that trilogy
yeah,
was, and that's why I was cool. I mean, outside of No Way Home, those
yeah,
first two movies, they tried to get like Vulture and Mysterio because they had never been done before.
right,
Right. So like
right.
that would have fit a little bit more, in those
Yeah,
films rather than
those
this one.
films. Yep. And so
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, I'm a huge Spider-Man guy, so like my
Oh
excitement for
man.
that is just like, yeah, it's through the roof, man. It's very excited for that, and yeah, I mean, we got less than a year already, which is kind of crazy because there was no movement, and then all of a sudden they're like, all right, we're ready to go, we're filming, we got a script, we're good to go now. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, they must be really pushing this Avengers Doomsday and what's the other one?
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. So
Yeah,
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 I'm hyped.
yeah, yeah. All right, so let's move on because we've been talking about that for a little while. Let's talk about Fantastic Four. We're gonna get into spoilers here. This is no limitations, so if anyone's watching and you haven't seen it, sorry, but we're just gonna talk about everything here. At least everything we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Obviously, we went and saw this movie together, so we've had our post theater conversations and what we thought, but it has been about a week and a half since we saw that. Have you gotten a chance to see it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
saw it
didn't
again.
get to. I wanted to very badly. I've just been busy recently. I probably still will see it. But then I'll ask, since you've seen it twice, what has it like? Your opinion changed on it, or has other things stuck out that are a little better, or a little
No, I
worse, or where are you
appreciate
at with it after your second viewing?
I appreciate so I got a chance to um can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay. So I got a chance to like um look at some comments um after seeing it the second time, and a guy somebody posted that um in the first off, Sue Richards is super powerful. She is very powerful.
Yeah.
But it took her dying to push him in that portal, and he still was coming out. So I don't think they dimmy down how powerful Galactus is. But did you notice he shrunk down to walk on Earth
Yeah.
because he can his size remember when they first saw him, he was
Oh,
super big, but when he came to
yeah,
Earth, he was
yeah,
just like he was smaller so he could walk around. Because I'm thinking
yeah,
like, man, they just destroyed a planet. He just
yeah,
destroyed a planet that was 15% bigger than the Earth.
yeah,
And when they was in that ship, how they looked at him, and you got to think, even though the camera was showing like they was kind of close, they weren't that close to him.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
huge, man. He
He
was like
was.
celestial
Yeah,
huge.
yeah,
So then I didn't notice that when we first saw it, but then when I saw it again, I'm like, oh, he shrunk down.
yeah,
So I appreciate those little details.
yeah.
One thing I did not like, kind of, I'm like, Reed Richards figures things out. Why would he? This kind of got to me. I still loved it, but why would he move Earth instead of thinking of moving? It got me, Alan.
Bro,
It got.
I saw the funniest meme about the movie with that
Yeah.
scene where somebody took the scene from SpongeBob where Patrick is like,
Oh,
"Why
yeah.
don't we take Bikini Bottom and push it over there?" I'm like, what was that? Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, that was cheesy, man.
It
I
was,
was like,
yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
you know, as smart as Reed is, how they gonna write that in there for him
yeah.
to move Earth? And then some people was upset about the as far as Galactus was stretching him. So
I
here's
love that
another.
scene. Oh, I
Now
thought that
here's
was
another.
awesome.
I liked it too.
Yeah,
Here's another accurate. Um, back in them old comics. Back in the old comics, he could only stretch about 25 feet each limb. As
okay.
comics went on, he was able to stretch 1,500 feet.
Yeah,
So I was telling people that, and they was arguing with me back and forth, and I had to realize a lot of people don't understand or haven't read comics back in the
back
day.
in the day. Yeah,
So I think they were going off those comics from back in the day with them,
yeah,
where when he stretched them, he was stretching them to,
yeah.
um, and so like this whole movie, man, like we had talked about before, it looks like they cut some things out.
Yeah, definitely.
There was a lot more to me. There was a lot more dialogue between Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Yep.
Um, and then just um, everybody's part was just like phenomenal to me. Everybody did a phenomenal. This
Yeah.
this everybody's portrayal of the character, and I didn't think the first Fantastic Four. I forget the guy's name who played Reed Richards. I didn't think he was a bad Reed Richards.
Yeah, I can't remember. Ian something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I
His
can't
name.
remember his
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
But
yeah.
again, putting Pedro Pascal in this and just that whole cast, man, I was taken back. And,
Yeah.
and what really got me was the outer space part.
Oh, oh,
They're all scientists. So
yeah,
how they figured that whole thing out on the
yeah,
fly and how they were getting home, that was like, man, this got me now. They did this right. I was happy.
I think we said it too. That whole sequence felt like something out of Interstellar. Like it was
dude.
It was just so well done. And they actually it was weird because sometimes I feel like when movies try to over explain things and be smart to try to give you an explanation, it ends up just sounding dumb and doesn't make any sense. But I'll be honest. I mean, so there was definitely some things I was like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about right now. But they did it in a way where it was like, oh he can just do this and this, and it'll work. All right, we're good. But I definitely agree with you on the cast, man. That of all the things that they got right in this movie, I believe the all four of them really, were perfectly cast. I think going into the movie, I talked to you about this before, that I thought Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm and Ebon Moss as the Thing. I was like, okay, they're for sure going to be good. I had my worries about Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. And I actually end up thinking that Joseph Quinn and Pedro Pascal were the standouts to me. They're the ones where I was like, oh, they had the best performances out of anyone, And again, before we had started the stream, I had talked to you and said, you had mentioned with Reed how he portrayed the obsession of wanting to always solve everything and the stress level that puts on him and Sue and the family as a whole. And he was just masterful in that role. I was like, we looked at each other like 10 times in the movie, like, dude, that's Reed. We're like, that is fucking Reed Richards. We're like, oh my God. And it was, dude, 20 minutes into the movie, we're like, all right, this is already better than all the other fantastic movies we've ever gotten.
Oh man, dude.
I was like, it was 20 minutes in. I'm like, it's already over. It's a wrap.
I wanted to say this too. Did it feel like in some of the sequences with Reed that we're gonna get the Council of Reeds?
Yes.
I don't know if you. So when he was messing with the whole moving, moving the egg and all this, that, and the other, something tells me they're gonna lead up to the Council of Reeds. If they come out with a Fantastic Four 2 or 3, you're gonna get that. And if you ever read that,
I think
have you ever read some of the council?
Wars.
Oh yeah. So okay, so cool. Yeah. So if we get that, where he may be trying to figure this thing out, and you find out that there's a Council of Reeds. Also, too, somebody pointed out that here's why I think they're gonna bring Kang back. And I think something came. I noticed it's like a little off topic, but they're saying Kang did not create the TVA. It was Reed.
I think that was the video I sent you.
Okay, yeah. So
I
was looking into that, and it was saying that he hijacked it and turned it into what it is. But if you look at the portals, how that looked, it's the same portals that
just
the
like the one from Krasinski in Doctor Strange. Multiverse. Yep.
So I'm cool with if they bring that dynamic, this just let me know that they're not bringing. I mean, they're bringing all stops. My brother was like, you might as well bring in the Beyonder. Just bring all these guys out, man, and just if you're gonna make it one universe, just bring everybody out. And so, I'm on board, man. I'm on board.
I don't know if you've seen a couple of months ago they had leaked the script for what Kang Dynasty was going to be before obviously all the changes were made.
I haven't seen.
They had talked. Okay, yeah, it sounded good, honestly, from what I read. I was like, I would have probably enjoyed that movie a lot. But now it seems like it's going to be really different. But they had kind of talked about how the main version of Kang was going to be the Beyonder. It was essentially going to be the version from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, where he went to some dimension and ended up becoming the Beyonder, and he was
really
the mega Kang, like the prime Kang that they're all fighting against in those movies. And you know, I know too. You had talked about maybe them bringing Kang back. You know, one of his variants was Nathaniel Richards, which is a descendant of Reed Richards. So I think, and you know, this is kind of more theories about Doomsday that we're kind of getting into here, but I would not be surprised if they do bring Majors back to establish Doom and have Doom come in there and just wreck shop and get rid of Kang and, you know, show like, oh no, like this dude ain't playing around, man. Because when Doom's at that, when you get like God Emperor Doom, there ain't no one messing with him, man. Like he's clearing out.
So I wonder. Here's what I'm wondering now, because at some point, like, you know, Doom is good for taking people powers.
Yeah.
He can't take Odin's, but are they gonna introduce Rune Thor, where he has Odin's, you know, and he takes, because they're trying to keep Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
they wanted. That's one of the guys they want to keep playing Thor.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're going to establish that, because, like you said, that variant or that Doom is so powerful. He was using Odin's powers to do all kind of stuff. Like, so I wonder if they're going to have it where we get a Thor that's going to, you know, and then Dr. Doom steals
the powers.
Yeah.
I have some theories about what I think they're going to do with Thor, and I know we're, you know, supposed to be talking Fantastic Four, but whatever. We're getting into Doomsday. I don't really care. I have some theories because Chris Hemsworth came out with a post after Avengers Doomsday started filming that really seemed like, okay, this is like the end. Like, I think Thor's going to die in Doomsday. And I think, like what you said, he's going to take his power. But they've already confirmed that Thor 5 is happening. And I believe now, after hearing, there's a video I can send you. They kind of better explain it than I do. But I believe that Thor 5 after Doomsday is going to be a movie that takes place entirely in Valhalla, with Thor, with all of the other people in his life, you know, Frigga, Odin, Jane, battling something in Valhalla, because I think he's going to sacrifice himself to save Loki in Doomsday from Doom. I think that's what's going to happen. That's only because I feel like they've hinted at it. You know, they've dropped Easter eggs throughout the Loki's show, throughout when we've seen him, that like there's going to be a sacrifice when they finally reunite, and I think it's going to be him this time.
So you're saying that they're gonna Doom is gonna try to, because right now Loki is the what is he, the guardian of the timelines or something?
Yeah,
the multiverse. Okay,
I don't remember the name they gave him, but yeah, that's basically what he's doing. Yeah.
So Doom wants to come, and so then that will go to the theory of he remembers who he is. Whatever it's saying, like he remembers who he is, about something with the timeline getting mixed up. So that would bring back Kang.
Yeah.
And then now he's upset, so he goes and messes with the timeline. And then if he goes there, he's messing with Loki, and then Thor comes in and he sacrifices.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
There's been, you know, rumors, right, and leaks, quote unquote, of what's going to happen in Doomsday, and that it's kind of going to play out from what I think, from what I've heard, and not exactly what they say, but what I've heard. I think there's going to be multiple teams all across the multiverse together. Because we even talked about this when they first did the announcement for Doomsday of the characters that they're bringing into this movie. It was like you have the entire old X-Men with a lot of the new Avengers. You know, you got the reports of Chris Evans coming back. So it's like, clearly, like, there's going to be these, you know, you got the Thunderbolts, the Fantastic Four, like, all a mixture of teams. And it's kind of going to be like Infinity War, I feel like, where they all have their own separate missions and they all are doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming at some point, somebody from the Loki series, whether it's Sylvie or Mobius, like, somebody's going to come and warn about Doom going after Loki. Like I feel like that's inevitable because of the way they set it up at the end of Loki season 2. But I mean, you never know. Obviously, that's just what I think.
Who do you think is in the Thunderbolts, the end credit or the mid credit? Who do you think is in that ship?
So my gut tells me it is the Fantastic Four. The reason why they're there, I think, is what is up for debate. I've read some theories, and one that I tend to think might be true is obviously, and this kind of goes back to Fantastic Four. You know, in the post-credit scene, we see him with Franklin. What I think is going to happen and how they get into the 616 universe is that he takes Franklin, he defeats them in whatever battle happens there. He takes Franklin and he goes to the 616 universe, and they follow him there. Or he might not be there when they get there, but like at one point he was in the 616 universe, and that was how he got there. So I do think it's Fantastic Four because I don't know if it was you that I talked about it with, but I've seen other theories that it's not them. And
I think it's him. I think
you do
in that scene where he's fighting, or in that scene where he's because right now the only thing that Franklin can do is heal. So he's not able to fight or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think he heals. I think it's a little bit of dialogue. He fights Sue. He takes the ship, and he goes to the next unit, or he goes to 616.
616, yeah.
So yeah, I think that's how that's gonna kick off. I'm not a big fan. I think I said this before. I'm not a big fan of using the old cast for the X-Men. Everybody's like old as dirt, and then only person I'm cool with, of course, Hugh Jackman. But
he's not even confirmed yet.
He's not. He's not yet confirmed.
I mean, he'll be in it for sure, but he's not confirmed yet. Yeah,
I'm not cool with dude coming back playing Nightcrawler. I'm not.
Damn, really?
I'm not cool with Jean Grey. I'm not cool, dude. I would have been fine if they would have got the cast from the
prequels.
The prequels. If they would have brought that back, because I can never remember his name. That played Professor X.
Patrick Stewart.
No, not Patrick Stewart.
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
Yeah.
Dude, I love him as an actor, and I would have rather them bring him back than Patrick Stewart, man. And then the Magneto. Like if they would have brought. Dude, if they would have,
oh my god,
come on, man! Like
he was so good.
Oh. So from what I'm hearing, they're gonna use CGI, or not CGI, or AI, something crazy, to get these characters. Like, so I'm like, all right.
Well,
whatever.
My theory for why it's the old cast is they already set it up. I think it's the universe that Monica Rambeau was in at the end of the Marvels. I think that's just what it is.
Okay.
And that was the version of Beast from the original X-Men, not, the guy who played Lex. I can't remember his name. Nicholas Hoult.
Oh, what's his name? Okay.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult. It's the older version. So I think that's going to be part of what I think is probably going to happen, and why they get involved in the story is Monica going to their universe is going to cause an incursion. I think that's what, and it's going to be an incursion with the 616 universe.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I can't think of any other reason of why they would be involved in the story. Monica's the only link. That's the only thing. And there's got to be a reason for there to be a link. And I feel like the incursion is what it is.
Okay. I even like that version of Beast that the CGI Beast. So I was cool with that. I would love for them to voice what's my dude Kelsey
Grammer.
Yeah, have him voice. So or
he did. Yeah, that was him.
That was him. Yeah, that was him. Yeah. So keep that. I wonder where Doctor Strange plays in this.
He's another one that's not confirmed. I'm like, dude, there's no way. There's no way he's not going to
That
be in the movie. Like,
how do you not bring Doctor Strange in this situation?
I'm like, he is the one that has been at the centerpiece, maybe besides Loki, at the centerpiece of all the multiverse activities.
And I'm gonna tell you why I think he's another centerpiece too. I think they can do a playback on when he looked up 14 billion different and the reason being the because I heard this and I liked it so much. The reason why he picked that one situation for Tony is because he realized that he is doomed.
And he's doomed. Yeah. Yep.
So I do if they can give me all of this, Alan.
It'll be great. I'll be like,
Yeah.
all right, you guys, it was a rocky time getting here.
Yeah.
But if you guys get here and we stick the landing, I'm not gonna have any complaints. I'll just say that.
Because I'm gonna say that if they can give me that and I mean if they could deliver this, dude, this might be a little bit bigger than how they led up to Infinity Wars and stuff like that.
Well, the buildup won't be like the buildup won't be.
That buildup was just
it'll never be touched.
Nobody the way they put in all these characters, even with Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel, when I wasn't even a fan of the that movie.
Yeah.
But just still how they put all these bits and pieces in there. And then you got this sequence of people going through the blip. Like you'll see people chilling, and next thing you know, they just at the end credit. So yeah, now that build up can't touch it.
Yeah.
But
the movie
I think,
though. The movie though. Yeah, the movie can get there. And so I have to ask if that theory is true, right? That it wasn't that Doom was a Tony Stark variant. It's that Tony Stark was a Doom variant.
Yeah.
Are you okay with Robert Downey Jr. being Doom in every other universe? Because for me, my thought process through this whole thing was that we're going to have Robert Downey Jr. as Doom for the Doomsday and Secret Wars movies. Yeah. But then when they kind of do that soft reset and there's only the one timeline, then we were going to get another actor that we're going to get a little bit longer storytelling out of as Doom. Yeah. Maybe in the future. And I feel like if that theory is true, unless they explain it's like the Spider-Man where not every version is Robert Downey Jr., I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. That's the only thing. I'm like, because I know he's not going to be around forever. They paid him they paid him like $80 million, I've heard, to come back for this, which is nuts. But
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, the amount of money that dude has made off the MCU is just
man. But you made him the poster boy of it, so
yeah.
And then if you give me this, like, I'm fine with that because you got to get away from this. Everything relied on Iron Man. Everything relied on Tony. Everything was just it was like, so if we can get away from that by now, everything or it's going this Doom direction.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. So
that's a good way to get away from it.
Yeah, like that's to me, that's a very good story. That you could just say, hey, he was always this guy. Matter of fact, he interviewed he wanted the part in Fantastic Four, the first
one. Yeah.
That whole thing just fits.
Yeah.
To me, it just fits.
I agree.
And then,
it can work. It can definitely work.
I'm down for that. I'm really down for that. So I can get behind this. And my brother, he was like, "Nah, I don't like that, man." But he's stubborn, old, so they just got to come out with the movie. He got to go see it.
He'll watch it, and then it'll be different. Yeah,
it'll be different. So I like this direction.
Yeah,
I like this direction.
Now, how do you feel about the fact that they might have Doom use the fact that he looks like Tony Stark to manipulate the heroes in the 616 universe.
Fine with it. Go ahead.
You're good with it.
Right
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Go right here, because again, this plays so well into, we always thought it was Tony, and you can kind of go back and reach into that part and say, hey, matter of fact, the part where he's having the conversation with his father,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, she's
He
pregnant.
gave a
at the
weird
sa-
look. Yeah.
He was like,
what?
wait a minute.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
man, you can do all that.
Yeah.
Doom figures that whole line out. Doom, he goes off of it. Okay, so this is how dude, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm cool with Spider-Man coming in saying, Mr. Stark, and you know what I'm saying? Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do
Give
it.
me that
Yeah.
script, man.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it, man.
And I think I don't know if maybe it was one of the videos that we talked about before, but where the Russo brothers said when they revealed him at Comic-Con, Robert Downey Jr. is the only one who could play this Doctor Doom. And I'm like, that means something. There's something there that they haven't revealed yet. Yeah. And that's why I kind of buy into that theory that it's like, no, he was always Doom. Now, what about, because too, I know I think we did talk about this one where Kang made the secret timeline and made that happen, where he got adopted by the Starks because he knew
that's
the threat of Doom. I'm like,
yeah. So no, I like that. So if you're talking about bringing Jonathan Majors back for that particular situation, dude, go ahead. I'm like, man, go ahead and do it. That makes so much sense. That, because I think that baby died. When Bucky killed him, was he alive at the time? No, did they already have Tony at the time?
Yeah, because remember they had that scene in Civil War where
I'm tripping. He
was already like a teenager at that point, or almost an adult.
I thought she was pregnant again. That's what I'm thinking. Like she was. They had Tony, of course, but I'm thinking she was pregnant. Okay, so
the theory was is that the actual Tony Stark that she was pregnant with died and was
that okay. So she had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
So could this have been around that time where she has this miscarriage and then Kang, because Kang was always trying to get just the one timeline.
Yeah.
Keep the one timeline.
Basically, until the end of Loki season 1, it technically was only that timeline. There was nothing else. They were always pruning the other timelines that would form. And it was only that one. Yeah.
Because he even said, like, I think they was talking about what the Avengers was doing, he never intervened because they were doing what he needed them to do.
What he wanted,
it's what he wanted. So that was fine. They even with Captain America going and doing what he did, it was fine.
Stones. Yeah,
it didn't matter. So, so if they go that route, with Kang, bringing Kang back for that particular part, because you already know my feelings about the Jonathan Majors situation. Like that was crazy. But bring him back for that, and tell that, like, implement that, man. That's gonna, honestly, I think that opens up more with the old phases coming into the new. So
well, it's kind of a good way. It would be a good way to, like, wrap a bow on everything that we've gotten up until this point.
Yeah.
So then because, like, we all know, like, once this Secret Wars thing is over, like, the main focus is going to be the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, they're going to probably reboot some of the older Avengers. That's what it seems likely is going to happen. So for that to be the kind of capstone and to just bring it all full circle, right, where it ties back to the original with Robert Downey, also kind of ties up the loose end with Kang, from him being like we said, the way that was handled was terrible. And then too,
Yeah.
I think that even opens it up for Jonathan Majors to come back in the future, right? When they have the rebooted timeline, because I mean, I didn't have a problem. My only issue with what they set up with Kang was the fact that they were giving him Doom's story, because the Secret War storyline at the heart is about Reed and Doom. That's what it is. So I never liked that. Like, that was the only thing about Kang that I didn't like, was that they were giving him Dr. Doom's story. So if they bring him back in a future capacity and it's like for his actual storylines that they have in the comics, I'm all for it. Do it.
Okay. Yeah, do it. Yep, I'm with you.
That's where I'm at. So yeah, man, I'm very excited about where we're going with everything. I'm like, this is starting to feel like that build up to before Infinity War again, where I'm like, okay, we're getting some traction, we're getting some movement here. Yep. Like we're on a good path. So
we got three what do we get? We got Thunderbolts, that was good. Captain America was decent, and then we get the Fantastic Four finally, that was like, oh man, on point. So keep heading in this direction. I'm just so excited, man. Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Yeah. All right, I think we got to move on from Marvel. I'm like, we're almost an hour in. We've been going on about Marvel, but it is what it is.
I gotta
that's
start
where the
driving in a
few.
Right
now.
So
we'll kind of move on. Oh, you're good. You're good. So we'll speed through some of these. I don't think we're gonna hit all the ones that I thought, anyways, because I was gonna bring Caitlin in. She's not here today.
Okay.
Did you get to see The Naked Gun?
Didn't yet. I'm gonna check it out this weekend.
Okay.
But you can tell me, what was up. Like, how did you?
I mean, it wasn't like, there was nothing really to spoil. I mean, you kind of know what you're getting with the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I do think it was a little bit overhyped by people. It wasn't the greatest. Like, I've seen people say it's like the best comedy in the last 10 years. I'm like, I'm not gonna say that. Like, that's a little crazy.
Okay.
I will say though, Liam Neeson was perfect as the main character of this movie. I think the fact that he plays this movie like just so stone-faced serious the entire time while telling these absolutely ridiculous jokes. Nelson. Yeah, exactly. And it's to me, he was great. But I feel like when it came to, like, they were throwing so many jokes at you that like half of them didn't work for me. That was okay. I was just like, some of them worked and some of them got huge laughs. Like, I won't spoil, but there was a Bill Cosby joke in there, dude, that had my entire theater fucking just cackling. And people were laughing for so long that I missed a joke that happened right after because people were laughing so hard.
Okay.
But then, like, I feel like for every joke that was like that, there was a couple more where I was like, okay, like, it was fun, but it wasn't super funny. It does have some cameos too that I thought were pretty funny. There were some faces that showed up that I wasn't really expecting. But yeah, I mean, overall, I had fun with it. I wish they would make more comedies, right? I wish we would get more, because I feel like that's a genre that's just kind of died, and I don't know where it went.
Yeah.
So that's a little disappointing, but I enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend to see it. It was a good time.
And I'll see it this weekend.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see Weapons. That's my only focus this weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is this week. Dude, let me know. Are you going to Cinemark or AMC?
Cinemark.
Okay.
I got to go on Thursday though, because I got a pretty busy week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll check it out this weekend. That way we can kind of like talk.
Yeah.
About
it. Talk about it for sure. All right, and then so we'll move on real quick. Quiet Place Part 3 got announced. So it's coming out on July 9th, 2027. So we still got about 2 years for it. Have you seen any of those movies?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen the last one, which I'm gonna check it out. I'm a Quiet Place fan. Let me tell you right now. I'm a fan. What's the old boy name that
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, Reed. Yeah.
Yeah, Reed.
Yeah.
Dude, I love these movies. And I whatever these aliens is, so I'm guessing 3 is gonna be, because the last one was like a prequel. So it's three
Yeah.
moving forward from like two.
Yes. Yeah. I think
Okay.
it's already been confirmed that obviously Emily Blunt's coming back, and then I think they did confirm that Cillian Murphy is going to be in 3 as well, because
Okay.
he was kind of like John Krasinski's replacement, like as the male character
Yeah.
in 2. I'll be honest, I love 1 and 2. I think 1 and 2 are some of the best
Yeah.
horror movies that we've gotten in the last decade.
Absolutely.
Day 1, the prequel, I was not a fan of. I was not a fan.
Really?
Yeah. The general story that they went with, they got Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn to lead the movie, and then they just told. I mean, I guess I'll kind of spoil it. Essentially, Lupita Nyong'o's character has cancer, and then the whole apocalypse with these animals and demons or whatever they are. I don't even know what they are really. Break out, and she just wants to get pizza from her favorite pizza shop, and that's the entire movie. Is that? And I'm like, if I didn't have any expectations for it, I probably would have thought the movie was fine. But it was the fact that, like, when I thought about a prequel in this universe,
like you're gonna explain,
I thought we were gonna get so much more than that, Like, it was well acted.
Like, where these things come from? What,
Man, I was like, I was just underwhelmed. I'm like, this is not the movie I expected, and I think that's what made it disappointing for me. I was like, I just didn't.
I thought it was gonna be like a.
So honestly,
I haven't watched it. I thought it was gonna be like a War of the Worlds type of situation.
Exactly, that's where I thought too.
Yeah.
Like you said, I thought they were gonna get more into like the origin of the monsters and how they came in, but they didn't, and it was disappointing. But that one wasn't directed, obviously, or written by John Krasinski. So I was like, okay, it wasn't the same, writing team and director. So I'm like, okay.
So why?
Yeah, I mean, they want to make money. They want to. Hey, this is a popular franchise. Let's milk it for all we can.
Let's milk it for all. Exactly.
He wanted to take a break, so he was just like, all right, you know what? That's it. I'm done.
So side before you move on, a little side topic. Do you know they're trying to come out with a Sinners 2?
I've heard that. And have you seen it yet?
I know what's up. I still haven't.
Okay, you haven't seen it, but you know what happens. Yeah. I hate that. I hate that if they try to do a sequel.
Yeah.
I hate that. Yeah.
Now, you know what you could do? You could, if you're gonna don't do a sequel, do a prequel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna go that route, because in the movie, you tell this story of old boy trying to get his family. You can really like
the twins.
He was a good character. No. Because their story Remick. Because it is a horror film.
Yeah.
If you don't really need to do nothing with the twins, because you kind of know their backstory. They're going back home.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a Sinners 2,
they already explained that.
Yeah, they explained that. So, but if you want to tell, because Remick was an interesting character. The way he played and embodied that part, you can kind of go back. You started the movie off with him running, from what seemed to be vampire hunters or whatever he was running from.
I think it was like the Native Americans or something like that knew he was a vampire. Yeah, you could do something like that.
So you could do that, but don't
do a sequel. Yeah, well, because I mean, so the spoilers, obviously, right? They jump forward to the 90s at the very end of the movie.
So what do you need?
What can you do? Like, I'm like, you're already fucking 50 years later. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I don't.
So I think they think people was really going off of the like they really tried to create this relationship between what's Josh Allen's wife name?
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld and Michael B. Jordan. So you thinking people really wanted to see you? So you make a sequel, you thinking people want to see them?
Yeah,
I don't think that's the case. I really don't
Where,
think that's the case.
where they left it off, no. 'Cause,
You don't want to see them.
Yeah, it's like it's where they left it off, and because even though like I forgot Stack, it was Stack. Where they left him off, even though he already had turned and was a vampire, his arc was complete. That was what that whole final scene was about.
Yes.
Like his arc was done. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I would hate if they made a sequel and they continued from
That's
there,
what I'm
'cause
saying.
it's like,
That's what I'm saying.
that was so satisfying. It was just so good. Damn, you
Yeah.
got to check it out, man. You would love that movie, bro. Like,
I know I would, and you know what?
You
I
would
was
love it.
just thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have a movie night with my some of my family members.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna be playing it. I'm gonna watch it then, and
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'm gonna text you, let you know how.
The
I got
horror elements of it aren't even like super strong. Like they're there,
Right.
but like it's not the like I thought that was going to be the focus. It's not the focus.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that was a surprise, but it was a good one. I was like, this is actually
Okay.
much better than I even thought it was going to be. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on because we keep getting sidetracked.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, next thing, Avatar 3. Obviously, when we went and saw Fantastic Four, they showed the trailer for that. And I'll kind of start this off because I know I made a comment to you when we were in the theater, and I said, is this a preview for the second one? Because I could
Come
not
on,
tell the
man.
difference. I didn't
No.
know. I was like, bro, I don't know. Is this the second one? Are they doing a recap? What are we doing
Like,
here?
they keep bringing back this villain. Like, you, come on, man. Like, at this point, you honestly could just make. I'm
you
sorry,
talking
I
about,
didn't mean to cut you off,
the guy who
but
Stephen Lang plays?
yeah, like you know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, he was like the guy I picked to play Nick Fury. Like, I wanted him to play Nick
Okay.
Fury,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and I love his character. Like, I'm a fan of his like work he plays that role so well.
He does.
You
Yeah.
don't have to give it to us a third time, man.
Yeah.
This is this planet or moon they're on. There is so much going on in this place.
Yeah.
Dive into that.
Yeah. Yeah, dive into that. Yeah.
You keep
Yeah.
trying to add this I guess you want to keep adding the humans still trying to take over and all. Dude,
I don't care. Yeah. Dude, I don't give a shit. It's like Jurassic Park. It's like, dude, we don't care about the humans. We don't care. Like,
we
literally
don't
could not
care, man. You
Like-
keep trying to establish a human and all that.
Yeah.
You have already put these people in the body of these the whatever they call.
Yeah. I don't even remember, honestly.
Yeah. So just go ahead and tell that story. You know
Yeah.
what? They're gonna make money because,
Of course.
like I said, this is some of the best special effects you'll ever get in a movie. And then there's a lot of part where there's CGI. We love CGI. And when
Yeah.
it's done right, we love
Yeah. Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
So you're gonna make money off of that. But the storyline, the reason why the second one got so talked about is because of this, again, the storyline. This one you're redoing it again, but
Yeah.
I don't think they care. They know that people are gonna see this movie just because of the effects,
Yeah.
and that's it, man. So
I basically have three things, like, definitively about this movie that needs to happen. The story needs to be different. They need to do something wildly, drastically different here.
yeah,
Well, they're really not even three things. And then there needs to be, like, we know that there's another movie coming too. Like, they've already filmed 4, I'm pretty sure. So I need, like, we can't have it be a repeat of the story where they win. Like, something's got to go wrong here, right? Because it's like you said, it's been the same story basically for the last 2 movies.
yeah,
And we got to start getting into those other parts of the world, right? We got to start learning about these other tribes and doing stuff like that.
yeah.
And then, just overall, like, it's so disappointing that James Cameron has only been making these movies for the last 15 years. I'm like, I feel like that's such a waste of talent, and just to be having him work on this, like, there's so many other things he could have did that would have been so much more satisfying, and I think we would have liked.
You know what you do, James Cameron? You take the Terminator, you land him on that planet.
Bro, that would have the audience cheering. We would all be jumping for joy. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Take the Terminator and put him in that universe, man.
Oh my Lord. That would have been that would be crazy. But I mean, but that kind of goes hand in hand, with what I said. It's like he could have made another Terminator in these last 16 years. Not saying like another Terminator movie, but like an original idea like that. Like he could have made something that way.
Because those last couple of Terminators was
it was terrible. Yeah, it was
junk, man. So
yeah,
I
especially
guess
the one where they killed John Connor in like the opening scene. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. I'm like,
then they went to
yeah,
they went to El Diablo,
yeah,
whatever that was, man. I don't.
Yeah.
Terminator with some quesadillas and it was.
It's like, what is happening here? What are we doing? Why can't they get this?
Come on, man.
Get rid of stop making these movies. You guys don't know what to do with the franchise.
Please stop making these movies, man.
But honestly, I would have took James Cameron coming back to Terminator over him spending all this time with these films. Like, to me, that would have been better suited, and we would have at least got something out of it. But.
Well, you know what? I am interested in seeing the other tribes because, like I said, that's what I was more interested in.
Absolutely, yeah.
So bringing these other tribes that don't like, you got a side that, and I think if they can tell this story, okay, so maybe you're bringing in Old Boy as a familiar person. You already know that dynamic between him and Old Boy. They finally battle it out, kill it. Somebody's got to die.
Yeah.
But then you're introducing these other tribes that don't believe in Iwa or Awa. And they're down to, go to war with I'm interested in that, telling that part of it. So I like that. Like when the old girl was like, your God don't live here. We don't believe in that.
Yeah.
So I would get into that part of it. I don't care about the other part with the humans and give me some of that. Like if that's going to be the dynamic of the story, okay, I'm cool.
Okay, yeah. I think for me, like this, for me definitively, like this one, if it doesn't win me over, I think I'm kind of overseeing these movies.
I'm done.
Because we even talked about it. These movies have absolutely no rewatch value at home. Like these are movies that you can really only watch in the movie theater. Like that's the only time you're going to actually get an enjoyable experience.
The first one is amazing. I mean, because I love it on my TV and like that story was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, and it was so groundbreaking at the time, right?
Yeah.
When it came out. Like that laid the foundation for like how modern CGI is, and how it was done. So,
yeah.
That at least had that. Like with Way of Water, I'm like, I have not watched it since I went and saw it at the theater.
Heck no, man.
And I don't want to. Like,
yeah, like I tried to watch it one time. Like I think I did watch it one time. I watched it through, and I was like, man, I can't believe I just sat here and watched that. Like it was that bad,
and it's longer. And I'm like, it had no reason to be longer than the first one. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, man.
Okay, so we'll move on. We'll probably just do one more. As long as you got enough time.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Of the ones that are left, I will probably just go with Social Network 2. Did you ever see the first one?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. So how are they going to tell a story without Steve Jobs? Like,
or this was the one about Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, I'm sorry. So wait, what? Okay, hold up.
Yeah, so that was
with Justin Timberlake and
my
boy that plays Spider-Man,
Andrew Garfield, Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah.
So they're doing a 2.
They're doing a 2, and they've already confirmed that Jesse Eisenberg will not be returning to play Mark Zuckerberg. So they got
what?
Yeah, which I'm like, I mean, I guess I get it because this one I guess is going to be, I can't remember what event it's going to cover with him, but it's more recent. Like it's not like how the first one was when he was in college and stuff, and like Facebook just became a thing. This one is going to be probably like further along in the timeline of events that happened, where he's a little older. But the only problem I have with that is that movie came out in 2010. So Jesse Eisenberg is 15 years older now. So he definitely can still play an older version. They're saying that they're going to get, at least in talks, Jeremy Allen White to play Mark Zuckerberg. Which Jeremy Allen White is the guy from The Bear. I don't know if you've ever watched that. He's the main guy. And I'm like, he looks younger than Jesse Eisenberg. So I'm like, I don't really understand what the appeal is of this film. Because I felt like the first movie was like, it was complete. Like, unless something crazy happened later on with Mark Zuckerberg, which I don't feel like did, we would have heard about it, you know.
Yeah. I think that Mark Zuckerberg has something to do with that. He don't want to be portrayed as an older.
Well, he was a dickhead.
Older. Yeah,
he was a dickhead too in the first one. You know, like they didn't portray him in the best light in that movie. You know,
yeah,
because it went through obviously all the betrayal with like the guy who Andrew Garfield was playing and everything, and the whole lawsuit with that. But I mean, like, we all know that he ain't, you know, he's like, billionaires aren't really the best people around, if we're being honest.
No,
so like, we already know this. Like, you're not probably the most likable guy there is. So like, I don't understand what image you're trying to repair here.
You know, he don't want to look like he's old, and he don't want, you know, he probably said, look, if y'all gonna do a part 2, y'all got to do me right.
Yeah.
So,
they're like, we don't want the you know, schizophrenic Lex Luthor playing.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. Don't give me him. Don't give me that. Bear.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. All the you know, the most recent thirst trap guy. We're gonna get him and have him play. You know, I mean, I guess there's yeah, and then they're gonna probably get some like old fat guy to play the dude who was playing Andrew Garfield.
Oh yeah, they'll get Robert De Niro. So
yeah. He's like,
oh man,
that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. I mean, I watched it because I like that movie. I
think
yeah. At that time with those group of actors, and then Justin Timberlake did a phenomenal job. Which I hate that he kind of got out of movies, man. I feel like they could have found a place for him in Marvel somewhere.
Yeah.
No, that movie
he's still on tour.
Really? Oh yeah,
he's out there touring still. I'm like, all these years later.
I'm like, that's why Jessica Biel ain't worked in like she don't need to
forever.
She got Justin Timberlake, so
helping, yeah.
But no, I'll watch it because I like the first one, so I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know. They haven't announced who's coming back because I know that first one was by I want to say it was David Fincher, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That first one, which obviously he's a great director and writer. Yeah. So, you know, I'm curious to see who they actually get to, you know, write the script, and it was David Fincher who directed it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who they try to get. But it's just it's like one of those movies where I'm like, what? We don't need this. Like, what is this? Why are we doing this? You know?
Nobody's coming out with any original. If it ain't Marvel, if it ain't DC, it's like every now and again we'll get something good. Like I'm a little off topic, but I'm looking forward to Predator Borderlands.
Yeah.
Or Badlands, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, dude, have you watched Predator, the cartoon movie on?
I haven't. Some of the other buddies that I stream with have been like, dude, you gotta watch this. And I'm like, I will. I promise I will. I will. But yeah, it's just been one I haven't been able to get around to yet. But I definitely
So whatever they're
especially
doing
before
with that,
Badlands. Yeah.
Watch it before Badlands.
For sure. Yeah.
This universe that they're building up for this, I love it. And I think it's going off of that. What they're showing you. So I'm what they show you in those cartoons, those stories they show you. They're really building a universe for the Predators. Yeah. And so when you watch it, let me know, man. We'll definitely get into it.
We'll talk about it.
So yeah, it's exciting.
You think they're going towards Alien vs Predator again?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
definitely.
done right this time.
Yeah. So because you got so much technology now, or with all the CGI and everything now, even with how they're making the Predators more like it's like a home like you're really getting into um the civil part of it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that's what the comic books did. Like if you was like into the comic books, you realize there's a civil part to these predators, and they look for big game. So that's why the aliens are a big challenge to them. But you
Yeah.
see why. So I if they can just bring that around back to that, like you got bits and pieces of it from them, the Alien v Predator, that craziness.
Yeah.
But what they're doing now, really telling the story instead of involving all these humans and actually getting into the predator part of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Now I'm cool.
did you end up seeing Prey?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, that
That
was so good.
I think
That was so good.
Alan, I think I watched that like a couple of weeks ago. Like,
Oh, did you really? Okay.
dude,
Yeah.
I was just sitting there chilling. I'm like, man, I'm going through I think it's
Oh,
on either Hulu or Amazon,
Hulu.
one of those.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I'm just like, man, let me turn this on again. And dude,
dude.
the
Oh,
way that was, I don't think they had a lot of money for that film. Like they didn't
no,
from the
no.
budget.
Well, no, it went
Dog.
straight to Hulu. It was not a theatrical release film.
Yeah,
or
it
anything.
wasn't.
Yeah.
It was, and that's cool. I mean, that was
Yeah.
cool. But for what they did with that, I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh
oh,
man.
dog.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
now
good.
the guy who did that film is the one who's doing Predator Badlands. So it was basically. It seems like they did like a test run for him and said, "Hey, do this movie on streaming. If we like what you do here, we'll give you the
Yep.
budget. You'll get the theatrical movie, and then we'll go on." You know.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm definitely excited about what both Alien and Predator are doing right now. It's
Are we? You want to link up to go see that?
Oh, thousand.
Uh,
Yeah,
okay.
Caitlin's not gonna go see that with me, so yeah, we'll we'll definitely make plans for that one. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
that's not her cup of tea. So yeah, for
Okay.
sure. So, all right, man. Well, I think it might be time to get out of here. We're
All right.
about an hour and 20 in. I know you've got to get going. So
Yeah, I gotta
Um,
get going.
yeah, it was great to do this again. I'm glad
Absolutely,
we had
man.
a couple months off. I've been super busy, but I'm gonna try doing this a little more consistently. So I would love to have you on whenever you want to come on.
Definitely.
So yeah. All right, guys. Well, again, I'm Alan. AJ Reviews is where you can find me. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. So yep. Everyone have a great night.
All right, bro. Peace.
See ya.